G'day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Mum and Dad Show. This is episode 4. Little Dixon, how are you, dear?
Good, thank you.
Well, it's very nice to see you.
You too. Third coffee and I'm puking.
I know, my third coffee too. Even though we've seen each other all morning, it's still good to see you.
You too, darling.
God, you're a good sort.
Lordy.
And producer Lordy's here.
Woo.
It's all happening. Mate, listen. We've had a couple of people a bit concerned about the podcast. The podcast is going well. People are what? They love it.
I can't believe it.
We've got Mum and Dad Stan across the world. But some people are confused with the spelling of mum.
Ah, yes.
Like, why do we spell it M-U-M? Well, in Australia, that's just how we spell mum,
Yep.
right? In America, M-O-M.
Mom.
I don't know what it is in other parts of the world, like the UK and stuff. Not too sure. But
M-U-M.
M-U-M, is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think, yep.
So the reason we say it like that is the Australian accent. Because when we say mum,
Mom.
mum,
Mom.
mum,
Mom.
and you guys say mum,
Mom.
mum,
Mom.
hey mum, I
We're
guess.
butchering all of that.
But anyway, that's the explanation.
Yes.
That's
so
the
shut
explanation.
up.
So calm the fuck down.
We can't
Jesus
be perfect.
Christ.
You can't please all the people all the time.
No, but I when we
Cheers
were
to that.
mind your business. When we were naming the show, we couldn't change it up for different parts of the world.
No, just
No.
deal with what you're given.
Yeah,
We're flat out.
This isn't a restaurant. You get what you're given.
Littlefoot threw up 3 times
Oh.
last night.
My God,
We have enough going on.
3 huge spews because he's
bad.
a poo eater,
He eats other dogs' poo, but mainly Rosie's.
and we try our darndest to stop it.
I've thrown my shoulder out so many times trying to get him not to eat shit.
I hate to brag.
More taxes are coming,
I have never had him eat poo with me
When you're in charge.
when me walking them.
Yeah.
I think you don't discipline them enough. You need to beat them.
No!
You need to beat the shit out of them.
Boot some sense into our beef.
What?
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, he's done this before. The big spew from someone else's
It was
poo.
worse, remember?
It was worse a while ago. So Littlefoot, you were at work back when you worked at Maya, the good old days.
Yuck.
You have nothing to say.
No.
And I was at my parents' house.
Yep.
And I took Littlefoot and Rosie over to see them. And the dogs were having a great time out the back. Rosie, our Greyhound, our little nearly 10-year-old, little Nana, does a huge shit.
Some of her best work.
A pound of shit. And Littlefoot, this is the first time I've ever seen it, runs over, picks it up in his mouth, in his little lips, in between his teeth. And Rosie she eats dry food, so this thing sticks together.
Oh, Christ.
And I don't know if you've ever seen that cartoon or the drawing or the book, the illustration of that dog running away with a stick of dynamite.
No.
But that's what it was.
Oh, my God.
He was running away with this turd in his mouth. Mum's horrified. She's squealing. All my brothers are laughing. I'm going, oh, no. And he runs maybe 10 or 15 metres and then eats it. Now, it's disgusting, right? It makes me
He's a clever
ill.
boy. He's very clever.
Very clever.
Very
My
clever.
God. Beautiful kid. We still kiss him on the lips even though he eats shit.
Yeah.
We might get worms, but you get that on the big jobs.
Have a chalky square thing. We'll be right.
Yeah. In Australia, we have chalky squares that kills worms for kids.
Allegedly.
Now, we get home, me and the kids. I'm doing some work. Littlefoot's in the bedroom with Rosie.
Jerking off.
Jerking off about a job well done.
Little man.
I hear a noise. You know that dog noise?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no. So I run in there and then he spills his guts, big voms, all over the carpet, and out comes poo. So not only is it a big spew, but it's a spew poo.
I'd forgotten about this day.
And it
I repressed
makes
it.
me sick.
It was fun.
Big spew poos from Littlefoot.
I remember.
It was gross.
It was
And-
poo. I spat,
Oh
sorry.
my God, you spat everywhere. You spit a lot this morning. What's going on?
Salivating.
You're salivating. Running around talking like Anthony Albanese.
He's fucked. They're all fucked.
You don't like Albo, do you?
Nah.
Why?
He just has a maths teacher vibe about him.
does.
And he keeps trying to relate to the kids too much. Like, he's like, well, I'm going to
He's not the pedophile from Family Guy.
show. He stopped trying to relate to millennials, please.
Yeah, I know. It's always real bad.
ScoMo's like, oldies, I've got your backs. And then Albo's like, you young people, you should be able to vape and buy a house.
Yeah, so I reckon that what you need to be doing is actually getting out and getting... You don't need your super to buy a house. You know, if you're not from Australia, you don't know who Albo
Let's
is.
go for Pauline Hanson and Clive Palmer and call it a day.
Yeah, imagine if those two run the country. That'd be good.
Imagine if they fucked.
I reckon they have.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a porno that was allegedly Pauline Hanson?
I hope it was. I'd vote for her just for the
Just for the
comedy,
porno?
just for the comedy, and Clive Palmer, just to see some shit get real.
I reckon the country of Australia would be a marvellous country if Pauline ran it. Except if you were Asian.
Or any other race.
Or any other race. Then you'd be in strife. If you were white...
Pauline.
Poor Pauline.
I am always astounded at how many people wish you were Prime Minister.
Well, I think
It's a thing.
I'd do a great job.
I think you would too. I'd be a great First Lady. I'd just go and shop at Q.
I think I'd do a great job, but there'd be so many things, so many issues that I just don't care about that I'd have to deal with, and I'd be like, fuck the lot of you.
Imagine that. But we wouldn't go to Hawaii when there was a bushfire. We'd go to Fiji.
Yes, the Australian Prime Minister went to Hawaii when there was massive bushfires, and everyone had the shits with him.
Shame on you, Scott Morrison, and Greyhound Racing. Now,
Yes.
one of you fuckers, do something. I messaged Mike Bird, big
Former
bad
New South
Bernie,
Wales Premier.
piece of shit. Unless he changes it, love you. Anyway, messaged him. He hasn't
He's
seen
not going
my
to change it.
message yet.
He's not in politics
He
anymore.
can do more than I can.
What?
He can do something. He has a blue tick.
He does have a blue tick. We should do more for greyhounds.
Yeah, he got
Some
rid
bloke
of,
asked me this morning on the walk.
Yeah.
Are they racing? And
Are
I
they
said,
racist?
Are they racist? Littlefoot is. He eats poo and then spits it out on black people. But he said to Rosie, he said, is she a racer? I said,
Yeah,
nah,
mate.
mate, fuck that. And he said, yeah, they're great pets. And I went, yeah, they're pretty good. They're pretty damn
I
good.
hate when people walk past and they go, did she run fast, darling? And I'll just be like, I don't even respond now. I'm just like, I can't even deal with you.
It's hard to imagine like your little dog being treated like shit.
Oh, it's
As a racer.
disgusting. All rescue dogs, most of them have been through so much, but particularly greyhounds have just been through so much
So for people who
shit.
don't know, Rosie was what's called in the industry, I'm not sure the exact term, but it's basically
yeah.
a blooder.
Leader.
So in cycling,
I'll find out what it is called. Continue.
in cycling, what they do is they'll take red blood cells out of a person, then store them and then inject them before the race so they're able to oxygenate more. They do the same thing with greyhounds, but they do it with other dogs. So they'll bleed Rosie before a big race meet and then pump it into other dogs so they can, basically supply their muscles with
I don't know
more
how
oxygen.
she survived. It says unwanted greyhounds who fail to race are routinely drained of their blood, then euthanized.
Fuck.
So how she
How she survived.
it's unbelievable. The greyhound industry is to any young blokes watching this that are going to the pub and see their mates bet on the dogs, as they call it, or anything like that. Please have a think about it and research it. And just, I know, like, you're caught up in the moment and you're young.
But
you
I did it
probably
when
don't
I was
know.
younger too.
Yeah,
But it's when you learn.
people. I hope that more people now know the truth about it and realize, like, how would you feel if your Labrador was doing that, or if your sausage dog was doing that? Like, they're little pets, they're babies,
Locked in cages.
and they
It's
are
fucked.
on treadmills, they are locked in cages, starved, some of them, or the opposite, they're pumped full of steroids, and
So
it
the
is
argument
just
we
disgusting.
get is they love to run.
Yes,
When
in
they-
the backyard
when they
for
want.
a minute.
When
When
they
they
want.
want to.
Rosie sleeps all day. Littlefoot sleeps all day. He's 3 years old. They don't run.
They love to run. Yeah, they do, but they love to sleep. You know what else they
They love to be in bed.
They love to actually have fucking rights and not be chained up to a fucking treadmill by some old prick in the front of his house who feeds them once a week.
He's a cunt. I fucking hate it.
Yeah, so please have a think about next time you're at the pub and one of your boys is doing it, and just, be like, hey man, do you know that this is actually what happens with them? Why don't we, go bet on, something else, like whose missus is cheating?
Bet on the footy,
Bet on the footy.
mate. Like
Bet on
it's,
people that are choosing to do it, not on animals that are fucking forced to. Having said that, fuck vegans.
anyway, that's our little that's our
Yeah.
spiel. That's
Yeah.
our spiel.
And if you're looking to adopt a dog,
Get a Greyhound.
Adopt any, but please look into Greyhounds. They are such a beautiful, beautiful dog. And I'd like to say one more thing about them.
Then we're moving on.
Yep. And then on profiles, when it comes up saying not cat friendly or anything like that, they put that in because when the Greyhounds are running around the track, they used to do a thing which is just as deplorable as the actual racing industry, and it's called live baiting. And that is where they would put a rabbit, sometimes possums, whatever, and they would have them dangling by something to make the dogs run around. I'd just like to add to that this is how those dogs are brought up. You know, like they're seeing these things and chasing them and pumped up full of steroids. When they're actually out of that environment and they don't have this prey drive and this urge to kill little things and eat little children. It's not like that.
They're trained to do that.
They are trained to do that from a young age. Like Rosie and my parents' Greyhound, we look at all of them and they'll look at a bird and we always joke about it and go, oh, there's that prey drive. They just look at it and go,
Rosie tries to sniff birds.
that's it.
That's
anyway,
it.
that's my rant
Littlefoot's
on
got prey drive.
Yeah, he does.
He just wants to play with everything.
He wants to play and hump
He
everything.
sprints at other dogs to hump them. Like,
does.
that kid cannot be stopped. He's a horny little teenager.
beautiful.
Talking about horny people.
Let's
and
go.
I appreciate what we just said about the Greyhounds, but we don't.
Sorry, I know it was a bit boring. I just wanted to.
No,
get
it
some
wasn't.
facts
It's
out.
important. We watched a very interesting show during the week called Our Father. It's on Netflix.
Very good.
Now, you were pretty excited by the whole thing. You thought it was pretty cool.
Oh yeah,
You're a big fan.
love it.
So basically what this dude did is...
I don't love what he did. I love the.
You love the
that
true
type of
crime
show,
angle.
Yeah.
So we watched it, and women have an issue with true crime. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, you need to stop. Like, Claire goes to sleep every night with stories about, and then she was raped in the bushes by a crazed fool who lived in her house. And then they stabbed the mother with a kebab stick.
Kebab stick.
Kebab. And I'm always fascinated when I go to sleep and you're like still going, and it's just the most heinous shit of all. He killed 50 women, and you're there going. It's weird, but you like the true crime stuff.
Love it.
So basically, in this story, our father, he ran a fertility clinic, and all these women who couldn't have babies because either there were issues with the husband, right, or the partner, the male partner, with the sperms, too slow, not enough, bullshit sperm, Down syndrome sperm.
Oh dear.
I'm good.
This is never going to get sponsorship now.
It's brought to you by Peachy by Rose. Go and check out Peachy by Rose for the squat sock. Go and buy them for your girlfriend, your grandma, whatever. They are beautiful socks with amazing grips on the bottom, and they're a proud sponsor of this show. Mm-hmm. Now, our father.
Raining?
No, it's your Lordie's computer.
Oh.
Breathe, sister, breathe. By the way, Claire's not my sister. Some people still think that, fiance.
Yeah, because we both have brown hair.
Yeah, and brown pubes. So, our father, this dude, is running a sperm clinic.
Yep.
Now, he allegedly, I don't know if it's allegedly anymore. They made a Netflix special about it.
Fuck him, he did it.
He jerked off and inseminated women, allegedly, with his own sperm. Allegedly. So, he'd lay you on the table in the next room, and rather than having another sperm donor, he would go in the next room, beat the meat, jerk the gherk, wank the spank, clam chowder, and then come back in with a turkey baster and throw it up your guts and unleash the beast.
Oh, it's horrible.
So now there's all these people in their 30s and 40s who have the exact same father. We're talking 150 people, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
More than that towards the end, and it said in the end, it was like, and still counting.
Yeah. So
have you watched it, Lordy? No, not yet.
So the only reason that people found out was through 23andMe, which is the genetic sort of testing. So it figures out where your relatives are and all that type of stuff. So there could be hundreds of other people that just haven't bought the 23andMe. This is only people who have bought that. So the big concern is not only is it creepy, but it's also like, well, what if we live in the same area and you meet, you get married,
children.
you have kids? That's incest because you're brother and sister. So here's my question. We've been together for a very long time.
Oh my God.
What if we found out we had the same father?
Whose is who? My dad's your dad or your dad's my dad?
Let's say because he listens to the show, Jeff is my father as well. And we've just found out today. Do we continue our incestual relationship and have the wedding in 2 months.
You know what upsets me? I just came up with a solution straight away because that's how much I love you. Oh. Here's what we'd do.
Oh, God.
We'd get married still, but I don't think we'd have proper children. We'd adopt one.
Okay.
Yep. So it's a bit fucked, but it stays between us.
Lordy's not going to tell anybody.
And no one has to know. We just adopt one.
Yep.
And, you know.
And we change the name of the show to the Brother and Sister Show.
No, we don't tell people. Actually, it would be good content.
We could get like
Probably tell
T-shirts
people,
like I'm with her in the bed and the womb.
This is how start a rumour that we are. Blue
We are.
eyes,
We are.
green eyes.
Oh, mate, you're wearing contacts. You got blue eyes. And your last name.
What is that?
Your last name's about to be Butterfield.
Oh, my God.
You're my sister, Claire.
Oh, we've ruined the whole show. Blow out the candle. I'm done.
Oh, no. That's what we said on our second birthday. Blow out the candles.
But no, I reckon that's what I'd do. I'd be like, all right, well, we've fucked up each other's lives. Let's not fuck up a kid's. We'll adopt one, then fuck it up.
You know what I'd do? I'd root your brother.
You're fucked. You're just easy squeezy Albanese.
So, yeah, Our Father was a good show. It was a bit creepy, but, you know.
It was no Faulty Towers, but it'll do.
It's not a dream of ours
No.
to have a brother-sister relationship. A dream of Claire's, though, that you told me about the other day.
What?
You'll know in a minute.
So Isaac started making notes now. Stuff will happen in our day-to-day lives. And then he's like, oh, I'm going to bring this up on the podcast. And then I forget what it was, and it's always fucked up shit.
Like your Amazon bag.
Oh. Go on.
Do I need to tell the story about the Amazon bag?
You don't have to, but I think it is funny. But
Lordy, when you edit this, can you get me to send you a photo of Claire with her Amazon bag to
Lordy'd
throw in?
like it. He's nice.
Yeah, we'll see how nice he is after this. So Claire bought a bag from Amazon for what, $12, and she was so pumped, and it's a bag that she can wear when you're selling merch after a show, right?
So good, guys. So good. I can put my phone in it and a lip balm, and I'm set.
Yeah, you can put your phone in it, and on the bag, the logo on the bag says Amazon. Claire Little Dixon is rocking Amazon merch.
Listen, most blokes, their missus would be like, I need to get this Gucci bum bag to sell these fucking shirts in. And then there's little D, and I see a very affordable, reasonable
$12 Amazon merch.
17 with shipping.
Oh, what? You didn't tell me about the $5 of shipping. What about Amazon Prime? Mind your business.
Mind your business. Anyway, I like the bag. I think it'll be handy. And people put in the...
I'm throwing it away.
No, you're not. There were so many reviews. Everyone's like, oh, it's good for your passport, and you can put a biscuit in there and your phone. And
They're all 100 years old. They all survived the Titanic. That's all they have in common is that, and they like the fucking Amazon bag. They've all survived the Titanic, and then little Dixon, little 26-year-old.
I thought it was so cool.
It's
and
cool.
You can have it so it sits here, it sits here, it sits here.
Oh,
You
it's
can
adjustable. I didn't know that. I've
adjustable.
changed my mind.
It's adjustable.
I'm going to get you a Gucci bum bag.
No, thanks, brah. You bastard.
So what I was going to bring up before that was what you said during the week. You said your ideal bathroom is...
Oh.
Your ideal bathroom
Oh, fuck.
contains 2 toilets next to each other.
And a TV.
And no, not a TV.
All right.
2 toilets next to each other. Do you care to explain to the people why you want 2 toilets next to each other?
I miss you when you poo.
Don't you dare say when I poo. It's when you poo. You know. You brought this up. You were in the toilet and you yell out.
What is this show?
You yelled out the other night, mid-gurns. That's what we call poos in our family. Gurns. You yelled out, I wish we had 2 toilets.
Well,
Mind your business.
mind your business. Listen to the layout. Our bathrooms. So we've got one bog up here, then we've got a bathroom, and then another toilet there, and then one downstairs. So when Isaac goes for usually our poops line up. So he'll go for his.
Like women in a share house, we sync up.
Our poos sync cycles. He'll go here, and then I have to go all the way down to the ensuite. But we still like to stay in contact during the process. So I'll be shouting out something, you'll be shouting, and I'm like, we'll talk a little bit.
I am happy to have that time.
You think it's sacred? I don't.
It's my time.
It's marriage, bitch. Couples that shit together.
Stay together.
Stay together. I mean, like with a little, you could have a little, like a doodad. So
like a divider?
Yes.
Okay.
I just want to be able to still have a conversation while we're pooping.
But I hate public toilets.
I love them. I can drop it anywhere.
I know you can. I hate public toilets.
Fair enough.
Like to go into a public toilet.
Oh, I know they're gross.
And
but
hear the person next to me unleash. I hate it. It makes me I have to go in with headphones in and I turn music up. I can't deal with it. I hate it. It puts me off. It makes me disgusted.
Turns me on.
I don't like it. And I feel like...
You don't want to hear me doing it.
No.
I want to hear you doing it.
No, I know. And that's the problem. We've only got 10 minutes left and we've got a lot to get through.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, and we had a few questions of how we met.
Did. I'm going to get some questions up from the last podcast. What are we going to call that? We did have a name last night.
Asked and answered.
Asked and answered. The Claire Dixon show. Now, I'll get to that. But you wore a designer cardigan on the show last week.
Apparently.
And you got some angry comments about it.
I had two Sheilas, two girls for you Yanks watching. Hopefully.
Yeah, Yanks.
Yeah. I wore a cardigan for like 2 minutes into the video, and some woman was like, I can't believe you're wearing a designer cardigan.
Was it a designer cardigan?
No, it was from Cotton On. And I was like, oh, no, I got it from Cotton On. Thanks, though. I was like, what a compliment. Then this other chick was like, I've seen that cardigan. It's hundreds of dollars. And I was like, it's from Cotton On.
So it was a Gucci one or a Balenciaga one?
It was a Cotton On one.
How much did it cost you?
$80. It was still pretty pricey.
$80?
Yeah. Don't
Christ.
hit me.
You could have got... Do not
Kidding.
say that.
No,
Fucking
cut
hell.
it out. Yeah.
No, leave it in. I'm just saying. Claire does that all the time. She used to say it like... You used to say it all the time in front of people like, oh, don't hit me. Like,
Don't eat me.
Don't eat me as a joke. But people hear that.
I'm doing Morse code. Help me.
She's blinking. For those of you listening, Claire is blinking at the camera. Save her. All right.
Question time, fuckers.
Yep. All right. I'm going to find some questions from the podcast.
Hope everyone's doing well, by the way.
Yeah, I hope you're all doing quite well. I hope some of you are struggling. There was a lot of people last week said they love Savlon, the smell of Savlon. We were talking about Savlon last week.
The people know.
All right, can you remember any of the questions? I'm trying to find one.
How we met came up twice. Did you want to tell
This
that,
is
or do
from,
you want to keep that private?
No, we can talk about. Oh, here I got one. We can talk about how we met, of course. Question for Little Dickie's Dolly Doctor. That's what we called it last week.
It changes every week.
Wrote to you last week when the segment on teachers and sexual abuse. As a male student abused by a female teacher as a teen, how would you deal with it later in life affecting relationships? So I think we spoke about that last week and you agreed that if a male student and a female teacher like have sex, it's all good.
What? No, I didn't.
I can imagine it would affect you later in life. You wouldn't be able to trust certain people.
It's just as bad. It would fuck up your view on women and relationships and adults being, the ones that are meant to look after you and keep you safe and protect you.
This is from Miss K. That sweater looks like the one from Free People was selling recently. It was horribly overpriced, like multiple hundreds.
Well, it's fucking not. Get over yourself. I don't know what to say. It's a fucking cardigan. Christ.
Oh my
God. Buy me a Stitch toy.
There was someone commented in Spanish.
Oh, español.
It said, ese cuando mi verle loco contigo. No, remember that? What show was that we stopped watching because
you had a bit of sleep pop out your eye.
Jesus Christ.
Down here.
Oh, really? Oh, my
left, here. Got, Yes.
Gross.
Yeah.
There was that show we were watching. What was that called?
Teresita.
No, I know. That's what we call it. But what was it called? Teresita.
Something Mendogas or something.
Mendoza. But the dude in it was obviously Mexican, but he just overdid.
Teresita.
He just like really overdid the accent to the point where every time he talked to this particular lady in the show, he was like, Teresita. And we couldn't watch
Queen of the South.
Queen of the South. Yeah.
Queen of the South is good.
Yeah. Good on you.
chat.
Good on you.
All
Oh, how was the Newcastle show last week?
Fucking lit. Very good. Thank you.
I was trying to set you up for while I'm trying to find a fucking question. Oh.
No, the Newcastle show was great. Everyone was lovely. It was lovely seeing you perform in your hometown.
Oh, this is an interesting one.
Interrupt it, whatever.
You posted this on, and you got a bit of heat.
Me nudes.
You got a bit of heat from this one. This is from Keegan.
Who the fuck's Keegan?
Some idiot.
Hello, Keegan.
Question for Little Dixon. What's so bad about the girl sticker on cars?
You have to ask.
Yeah. So,
Listen to yourself.
So, in Australia, there's this things like, the boys.
Oh,
when you're catching up with your mates. And the girls in Australia apparently took
girls
that.
are trying to be blokes, so they're now taking over the girls.
What can you imagine a the girls chick does on a day-to-day basis?
Sink, piss, and vape. And fish.
And fuck.
And fuck. No, I just don't like it because for years it's always been the boys, and that's all well and good. I cringe at that too.
Yeah.
But then to see like a girl with a pink sticker and it just says the girls, I'm just like,
do something else.
Now we're just at their fucking gross level of the boys.
Yeah.
What about the Greyhounds?
The
Buttsmarn.
That's a good T-shirt. The Greyhounds.
Yeah, because this the girls thing to me just sounds real. Like I'm a bit bogan, but to me it just screams bogan.
Yeah.
The girls.
Would you?
Fuck off.
Here's today's question. Would you buy a the Greyhounds T-shirt if it went to charity?
That said fuck sports bet or fuck Ladbrokes.
We can't just say fuck one particular company.
Why?
So we also had this conversation, and correct us if we're wrong, about
fluff above me. Go
about particular Greyhound charities.
Mm-hmm.
That some of them are actually owned by the racing industry. So let us know a good one, and we'll do a T-shirt.
Yeah, please.
Now, Dickie, do you have any questions for the people?
For the people?
For the people. I'll look for one more question before we wrap up. Oh, people wanted you to have your Sarah Wales said, so this is about our duck chat last week, about a little duck about a duck we adopted for a day. So ducks are pets and chickens are burgers.
Yes.
That's your answer to that. I like it.
Mind your business.
What is a MILF? Said Kelly Stouter.
How old's Kelly?
I think she's 6. Jen Darkness said, Little Dickie for a catchphrase, me vag claps.
I personally like me vag reeks, but all right. Me vag claps. That's a good one. I like that.
I like that.
I
like that.
I rate
too.
that one.
Here's how I want to end today's show.
Are we going to say how we met?
Okay, let's talk about that.
Yeah. Set the scene. It was a dark and gloomy night.
It was a cold winter's night and I was hiding in the bushes. So there's this nightclub in Newcastle called King Street Hotel.
If you know, you know.
Can you stop rubbing my legs under this bloody table?
I'm rubbing your feet. I'm not doing it in a creepy way.
No, not in a creepy. You always do this and it hurts. You pull leg hairs out.
Oh, sorry.
It hurts. Claire's trying to be
7 years in I've been doing this.
I know. You do it all the time. And I say, can you stop doing that? You're pulling my leg hairs out.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Right. Mind your business.
Because you're riding your bike.
Isaac.
Do we bring that up?
This podcast is going to go for 40 minutes. Some people wanted it longer.
Do you want to talk about riding your bike, or should we leave that for next? We'll leave that for next week. Claire's riding her bike story.
Fuck me. Go on.
Now, we met on a cold autumn evening.
Yes.
In the depths of hell, otherwise known as King Street Hotel in Newcastle. King Street Hotel's probably the better nightclub, I guess, in Newey. I don't know. Finnegan's is like...
It's where everyone gets fucking felt up, even if you don't want it.
That's why I was there. I was just there going...
It's revolting.
I got grabbed on the penis there.
Lucky you. Half your luck.
Half your luck. So we were there one night separately.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know you from Bar of Soap, although we went to the same preschool, primary school, and high school.
Oh.
Because we're brother and sister.
Yes! Let's spread that rumour.
Yeah, I like it.
Beautiful, beautiful.
So we went to the same, because we came from the same area.
Same family.
But you were 2 years younger than me, or 3?
Correct.
But like years.
2.
2. Now, we were out that night. I was out with my very good friend, who I'm still good friends with, Jark.
Shout out to Jark.
Jark
It could have been you, buddy. It could have been you.
Jark Previati. A great guy. And we leave.
Yep.
Now, we walk across the road. Now, across the road is a place called King Street Macca's. McDonald's. Yeah, where everyone goes after the nightclub to eat Macca's.
Yes.
And it is a shit fight there. So we would have left probably about 11 o'clock. You got picked up by your parents, so it couldn't have been that late. I know I tell people it was 4 o'clock in the morning, but that's bullshit.
Yeah, I know. I've never been out that late in my life.
No, I try. I used to go to 3, but that's enough for me.
Oh, that's enough.
I know. Anyway.
I was working at the body shop the next day. I couldn't be out late. I just sell those body butters.
You got to sell some cream.
I just sell some cream.
So I walk across the road with Jark. He spots a damsel in distress. A young lady.
In distress.
Dressed beautifully, may I add.
Thank you.
Drinking an iced coffee at 11 o'clock at night at the front of Macca's by herself. You were waiting for your parents to pick you up.
I like to be a bit of a loner.
Nice. Except when it comes to going to the toilet. So, Jark picks up a bit of speed, walks over to you, starts chatting you up.
Yep.
Now, I can tell by your eyes at this point that you are fucking horrified.
Yeah, I was like, who is this 40-year-old man?
Jark
at the
is
time
older.
I was 19, so I was like, oh.
Jark would have been 30 then.
Yeah.
He's an older man. He's an older man.
I was a bit off it. I was like, ooh, dear.
No doubt.
No.
And so I came over and I was like,
and your big shirt on.
Big shirt?
Your big party shirt on.
The flamingo shirt.
Yeah.
So that will be in the wedding. We won't tell you what it is, but there is a homage to that pink
shirt.
flamingo.
Yep, on the night we met.
The night we met. And so I basically saved you from Jark. And then as we're walking away, you go, I know you.
Seen you in my dreams.
Yeah, I was going to say, and I played a starring role in your dreams. Yeah. You're that comedian guy. Now, I had uploaded a video of me doing a show, or just like a 7-minute set at a place called the Oriental Hotel in Newcastle.
And how long had you been doing comedy?
Like 3 months.
Yep.
And it was my first, I sort of thought, okay, I'm doing well at this now because this isn't an open mic. This is a book show. Wasn't getting paid, but this is a book show.
Very cool.
And it was a really rough room. Everyone was like, oh, it's really scary in there, but I loved it.
And you killed, didn't you?
I had a really good set.
Yeah.
I had a good set. And I posted it on my personal Facebook.
Why we were friends on Facebook, I do not know. But
I don't know. I probably just thought you were hot.
Thank you. Can't blame him.
And then, so you saw it and you recognised me from that.
Yeah, I'd chuckle at it. I saw it and I was like, I know this guy from school vaguely, and I watched it and I remember thinking it was very funny.
Thank you. And so I went, it's actually on the little Buttsmarn channel somewhere. My first stand-up, I think it's called, stand-up gig or whatever.
Your beard was like this big.
A little beard.
Oh.
And so basically you recognised me from that. We started chatting and then your parents turned up. And you got in the car with your mum and dad and I stuck my head in and I said to your mum or your dad?
Mum.
Oh, your daughter's beautiful. What a fucking grub. What was the reaction from your rents after that?
Mum still calls it the story of the big-headed man in the car. And Dad was like, who's that fucking loser or fuckwit or something?
He would have fucking given me a serve.
And I don't know. He was like,
I'll tell you who it was, Jeff, the man who put together your bloody TV cabinet last week, you big hero.
But it turned out to be the most magical evening. The end. Goodbye. Noot.
I harassed you on Facebook for a couple of weeks.
Oh, yes. I've forgotten that.
And then we went on a date and the rest is history. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on the Mum and Dad Show. Our wedding is in 2 months now. So
fuck me. We should pick a venue. No, I'm kidding.
We'll have some wedding chat to come up. We're going away. We're in Melbourne this week.
Yep.
So come and see us live. Come and meet Dixon. Come and meet me. And come and watch some stand-up. Be a good motherfucker. I don't think I should say that as part of the end of this show.
Eat a chicken burger, adopt a greyhound, and buy some merch.
Eat a chicken burger, adopt a greyhound, buy some merch. We'll see you next week. Toodaloo, au revoir. Bye-bye.
Bye. Very nice. Very
nice.
shades.
Oh, actually, I'll say one more thing. Are we still recording? Also, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a Patreon. If you want to see some of the behind-the-scenes clips, you can go over to Patreon right now and support the little Buttsmarn channel. And we're on iTunes and Spotify as well. Bye.
Bye.